For exercise 3-34, we're going to be using the polygon command to kind of lay this out a little bit once we get into the center section. But the thing that I want to lay out first is the overall size and shape of this. So again, I'm going to just come in here and start this with no template, metric, and draw my first circle. Now this circle needs to be a diameter of 58, so we'll hit D, enter, 58, enter. And then I'm going to draw a line from the center of that circle. The distance is 104, and then I'm going to tab over and type in 30 because that is the length of that line. Next, I'm going to locate another circle that is going to be a diameter of 22. Now this gives me the basic overall shape, and I'm going to offset, which again is this button right here, or you can type O, enter, 11, and I'm going to offset to this side and to this side. At this point, I can go ahead and go to my trim command, hit enter to select all of my objects as cutting edges, and I want to trim out the pieces of this that I no longer need. So actually I do need those two sections, so I'm just going to hit Control Z on my keyboard twice to bring those two back. And then we'll click right here, and then I can delete this inner line right here. Now the next thing I need to do is I want to fillet these edges right here. So we're going to go to the fillet command, hit R, enter to put in our radius, which is going to be 23. And then I will select this line and this circle and hit the space bar to go right back into the fillet command and select the circle in this line again. And now I've got the basics of the shape that I need. To get the polygon in the center, underneath my rectangle command, I can use the polygon command. And in this case, I do have 5 sides. The center of it is going to be the center of the circle. And this tells me that this is a pentagon circumscribed within a 44 diameter circle. Inscribed would be inside, so this should be pentagon circumscribed about a 44 diameter circle, but we're just going to go with circumscribed. And now it wants to know the radius of the circle. So if the diameter is 44, that means the radius is going to be 22. But I want to move this thing into a polar tracking location where the bottom of this is flat. So I'm just going to point straight down, and I'm going to type in 22 and hit enter. Now, we can see that this thing looks pretty big compared to the one in the book. And rather than discuss what might be wrong with the way the book has this listed, I'm pretty sure that should say pentagon inscribed within a 44 circle. But since it tells us circumscribed, I'm going to go ahead and leave it as a circumscribed circle in this case, and just assume that the book is correct, but the image is off. But in this case, we have exercise 3-34, and that one is now complete.